Good morning. It's a beautiful morning here, Friday, close to the Flower Power Workshop tomorrow on Saturday. And I wanted to review a little bit what we will see tomorrow in the workshop. And it's about traumatic relationships. And there are different kind of traumatic relationships. There is emotional abuse, and it's when you are gaslighted, where you are depleted and not recognize what you are feeling or what you are thinking, or you don't feel listened in the dynamic of the relationship. And when I talk about relationship, it's not about only partners, but it can be with the family, it can be in a work environment, uh, with your children, with your brothers, sisters, mother, father, etc., or friends. So it's not only the partner's relationship. So there is also a different kind of traumatic relationship, like I say, the emotional abuse, but there is the physical abuse too. There is the neglection, when you are neglected on your needs, and that can happen in different dynamics. Is when we don't have the emotional support when we were kids, or we are neglecting someone else too. It can happen. Sometimes we are not aware of. So it's good to bring awareness. So in that way, you can improve your life. Because I like one phrase that I hear the other day that says the best gift that you can give your children is to hear yourself. And it's the best legacy that you will give to them, is to throw your healing, and they will also receive that bless and that grace of all the work, inner work, that you be doing. There is also the financial abuse, and is when the person that is trying to control you is controlling your finances, or is let's put an example. There are many women that are in the house, and they are not working, right, and they depend on the man that is a provider in the family. That used to happen a long time ago. Nowadays, it happens, but in different ways, right? And then it's limited in the monetary area, or is use the money as an element of control, because like you are not the provider, then you need to explain in all the things that you spend the money. Or it can be an element of control when you wanted to live an emotional a partnership that is abusive and toxic, physically and emotionally, but you feel uncertain what will happen with your life if you leave, because you don't have money. So how you can come out of that dynamic too. There is also in other topics and other types that we will review, the sexual abuse. When I say sexual abuse, in many ways, when people think about that, is they think about rape, but there are different kind of not accepted sexual interactions, right? And that can cause confusion. So it's good to bring that to awareness too. And and at the end, we will review the trauma bond. And when I say trauma bond, this normally happens between codependents and narcissists. And the trauma bond is this ups and downs of I love you and I hate you, and people think that love is sacrifice. That ups and down, what generates in your body is when it's the love season, right? In the dynamic with the codependent and narcissist, you generate oxytocin, so you feel good. And then when you are depleted of that, when there is a cold shoulder, like you say, or there is a passive aggressive dynamic of silence, that generates stress on you, and that increases adrenaline and cortisol. So that ups and down between adrenaline and cortisol and oxytocin generates like an addiction on you towards that person. So how you can break down off there. So that is a little review of what we will be touching down tomorrow. And the goal of Flower Power workshops for women compassion circle and self-care is about to bring awareness to you how you can heal yourself. Women's, we are the like the root of the tree, right? I have many trees here. We are like the root of the family, and it's important for us to be stable for support the family. We are like that savia that flows from the tree and is nourishing the tree, and it's important for our children that we develop emotional intelligence and awareness about our life, and that we will do the inner work. And it's when people think about self-care, they think about going to a spa, taking a bathtub, and doing the nails and all that kind of stuff, taking care of the hair. But it's more than that. The self-care is you identifying the wounds that you have been dealing for a long time and healing yourself. That's how you address self-love to you, right? It's a deep connection with yourself and seeing what is behind your overreactions, your triggers, what is behind the emotions that you are experiencing, or maybe what is happening that you are not feeling emotions, or you feel numb because you have pushed down for so much time what you are experiencing, that you feel that is just normal, right? When we are in a traumatic relationship, in any kind of dynamic, like I said before, we get used to, and we think that that's normal, that that's the average. But I will tell you this, that you came here to be free, every one of us, to be free to express themselves, to love ourselves, and to be happy. Every one of us deserves to be happy. And if that dynamic in that relationship, it doesn't matter who it is, if it's your mother, or it's your father, or it's your sister, brother, there is no excuse. Not because they are the family, not because I don't know, your co-workers, or your partner for many years. It doesn't matter. If the dynamic is toxic, you need to stay away from there for a moment to heal yourself. And maybe sometimes it's not affordable to go back to that dynamic. You cannot change others, but you can change yourself, and you can heal yourself. And that's what matters here. And it's not about being selfish. It's about to really, if you want to change the world, change yourself. That's what matters. Have a good day, and I see you girls tomorrow in the workshop.